What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, and I got a really fun game with the Cosmic Jhin. Playing down bot with the Pike, and we just put on an absolute dominating performance. I think you're going to really enjoy this video. Alright, so first things first, when you get into the lane as Jhin, you really want to prioritize trying to get level 2, especially when you have a Pike, Lux, or Nautilus, just because it's such a huge power spike for these champions, and it really helps you just put on an absolute show early in the lane. So as you see here, me and Pike are just pushing. He has his support item, he's slashing away at these minions too. And we're just literally trying to get level 2. And so we get level 2 right here. And as you can see, this is a really smart, Pike player. He knows what he's doing. Once you get that level 2 advantage on them, you just gotta go all in with it, unless you're facing, let's say, like a Draven or someone that out damages you early, which when you're playing a Pike and a Jhin, as long as you're hitting your shots, like, there isn't too much out there that out damages that. So yeah, we get the early first blood cheese right there, and we're just not stopping. This guy is just hitting every single one of his Qs early, and it's just absolutely beautiful to see. But yeah, so we go ahead and shove it in. Got an early gold lead, kind of thinking about whether I want to back or not. I'm at that 800, 900 gold range, so I know that the pickaxe is a potential purchase. But I mean, guys, come on, this Pike is just absolutely putting on a performance. Unfortunately, I'm getting zoned out there by the Lulu, and it is absolutely terrifying. But thank God we have a nice flash, and Pike, being the absolutely wonderful support he is, takes the bullet for me. But all that being said, I mean, pretty much everything was perfect there, except that I got a little bit creep blocked, and we were just too close to their turret, so realistically the right play was, when I was thinking about it, 10 seconds earlier, it was to go back and get that pickaxe in, or get over. I added a couple extra 100 gold, so it made more sense for me to get boots and then these other small pieces for the creep killer item. But as you can see, just the most relentless Pike. He's just out here slinging every Q he can, and you just love to see it. This Caitlyn and Lulu, pretty risky staying there. Luckily, they do time it well for their side, and they don't pay the price and wait for me to get back and have this Pike kill him. But you could see this Pike is on the roam looking for him. Hopefully we can cheese him, but they get away safely. So anyways, as that is, so the Caitlyn, or I believe the Caitlyn got the kill. Maybe the Lulu did. But I know that I'm still a bit ahead in CS, and I know that the best way to play Jhin in these early matchups, other than obviously it would be nice to get some vision in the tri-bush. I can see that we don't have one right now, so it's a little bit scary that we could take a gank from Kha'Zix here, but I know that this Pike's been hitting all his Qs, and this Caitlyn and Lulu still have a bit till they get back to lane. So even if the Kha'Zix did come, as he does show mid here, I'm not too worried about it because I know I have this Pike to deal for me. But as you can see right here, Lulu shields up so I don't go in to try and poke her. But yeah, we're just staying really aggressive on them, and that's kind of just the name of the game. Every once in a while, you'll run to the jungler that sees this aggression and he'll make you pay for it. But when you don't get in trouble for playing like this, I mean, it's just beautiful what kind of a lead you can put in early. And you'll see that we just keep it rolling this whole game, and it kind of just gets out of control to where even the jungler can't do much about it, even when he does end up showing up. And so we see they get us both a little bit low. They're feeling super confident. I'm kind of out of mana. So they played aggressive. Unfortunately, my Pike is just not ready to miss yet. Spikes the Lulu with his Q, hits him with the stun combo, and that's all she wrote. And so obviously I would love to stay as she is shoving in this wave, but unfortunately I know that I just have such a good back gold-wise, and I just want to make sure I keep this lead up and I don't accidentally sacrifice, take an L to this Caitlyn or anything like that. So I go ahead and sacrifice the wave. Not too big of a deal. This Caitlyn is super pushed up. Echo's coming in for a gank, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a ward there, but she just doesn't see him. Tunnel vision, probably just a bit tilted at this point, you know, because we've put on so much pressure. So she's just not thinking 100%. And then they know that Echo's literally showing in lane right here, but they just don't give enough respect, and so we're gonna make him pay. Oh, and then Kha'Zix comes in for a counter gank. It's actually really solid stuff by him. We go about even in trades there. Both Lulu's low and our Echo's low, so they're a little bit ahead here at this point. If I wasn't just so farmed up already. But yeah, this Kha'Zix tries to be greedy, and it's just not going to work. Like I said, this Pike was not here to play around. Caitlyn's kind of hitting like a noodle, so I want to go for the Lulu, but she's obviously just hard to follow her speed buffs and slow down. So we go ahead and settle for the Caitlyn. I'll take it. Better overall. So yeah, as it goes, we just keep growing this lead, keep absolutely demolishing them, and keep the show on the road. So go ahead, take a couple plates here. And I know we have about 20 or 30 seconds until this Caitlyn Lulu get back to lane, so just go ahead and shove this in, do as much damage as possible to the turret, and just kind of have that internal clock ticking in my brain. Take an absolutely egregious turret shot there, and then I see that the Kha'Zix has come to play, so hit my W on the Kate, and then head back to base with my gold lead. One thing I did do different here that I don't always do is I went and rushed my Boots of Swiftness, and that's purely just based on the fact that they have a Lulu. Any champion, any support that gives all the speed buff or slow, I find myself prioritizing grabbing that movement speed a little bit earlier than I might normally do. It just seems like it just adds so much value to your kit when you're able to stay on them. Even if it does mean that you do sacrifice a little bit of damage at the beginning of the game, I think it is worthwhile. Especially when you're ahead and you're putting on so much pressure on them and you already kind of have an item lead as is. It's just, yeah, it just makes a lot more sense to grab boots early. And so right here, we already got the Drake. It's kind of a little bit weird they don't just retreat, call it a day. I don't know if they're trying to look for my Pike here to get a pick or what, but only bad things can really happen when you're sitting out in your jungle and we're all surrounding it. I do believe they do get away this time, but just a really unnecessary risk. So we go ahead and take advantage, knowing that they have to back right now, and just start warding up the jungle and you know, just start taking over the game. That's what it's all about, getting those wards down out deep, slowly just taking over their jungle. So anyways, back to lane we go, keeping up the pressure, and at this point we're pretty much looking to push this into mid game with our lead, and yeah, so tower is definitely fresh on the mind as our next objective. You know, that or Dragon 2 if that comes up before. But yeah, we've already got the turret down to its last couple plates here. Things are looking really good for sure. So pretty much just stall at this point. Hopefully we can land another couple kills. But at this point in the game, the job is pretty much done. You know, at this point, we just want to grow the lead that we've already accumulated. but most importantly, we just want to get around the map, take as many structures as possible, and get out as cleanly as we can. So, go ahead and see that there's a jungle gank coming, and we don't have much vision at all, so just kind of take it easy. Don't want to give ourselves or leave ourselves open to a Kha'Zix attack and potentially throw our lead. So, yeah, just relax. Let the wave kind of sit in the middle. And, yeah.
That moment of collapse.
Here we finally have some fun. We haven't engaged, but here comes the Kha'Zix, and we gotta go ahead and make a couple plays on him. Kind of get stuck in a precarious position, and unfortunately, take the first death of the game. Is what it is. It really comes down to just not having enough vision and just not playing as safe as we should have in that particular moment. So well played on their bot lane. They knew how to bait us in and get our attention for sure, and set us up.
Oceans of formless time open before me, and they whisper, Jhin,
But luckily, Echo comes to save the day, and him and Pyke team up to take out the Lulu. So, not all is lost. Fortunately, I don't get an assist on that bad boy, but we'll take it. Just more lane pressure to go. Get the Pyke even more fed, and at this point, I'm a little bit upset that I took a death. So, just kind of playing ultra aggressive. And of course, at this point, you know, we got the Kha'Zix begging to get another kill on me. And found myself in a little bit of a scary, sticky situation. But I've had enough of the bug, and so it's time to say goodnight. Pull back a little bit and just set up a nice ulti on him, and down he goes. And then we're not done yet. As all bot lanes seem to go nowadays, when you do get a lead, you find 4 people in your lane. So, out of nowhere, Victor shows up, but he kind of realizes he may have bit off a little more than he can chew as well. So he backs up, and I think we're no worse for wear. We'll call it a stalemate for now. Pings go out to Dragon, but Echo is sitting on a lot of gold, so he does the smart thing, goes ahead, heads back to shop, and buys up. So then this Kha'Zix goes for broke. Honestly, kind of a respectable move. You know, at this point you're down quite a few kills. It feels like every lane's falling apart. You know, so why not go for broke? I kind of commend it. Don't think it's the worst play he could have made. And if he is able to steal that dragon, who knows? He might be able to, you know, hold out the game just long enough for the scale to absolutely take over. So, pretty much just a really commendable play by him, but it doesn't go his way, luckily, and we're on top of it. So, go ahead and take our second dragon of the game and keep on going. Down goes the turret, so welcome to mid-game it is. And then at this point, we're just being a little bit greedy, to be honest. We don't have full vision up above us. I'm looking through my Sony Vegas screen. Yeah, we don't have full vision up above us, so we're a little bit sketchy playing up here. But I have my Pyke holding it up at top, and so just kind of staying a little bit further back just in case we do see something. And yeah, we just start pushing our lead forward and start taking the enemy's jungle, and yeah, just keep on growing things.
Curtain falls. You will dance. Flow from your emptiness.
Alright, and then putting some extra pressure down bot and just taking complete control over there. I go ahead and head back to base and grab my second item, go with the collector. I gotta keep it honest. I don't know if you've watched my older videos, but I was a huge fan of going rapid fire cannon second, just because I really felt like with the movement speed passive Jhin gets and the boots of swiftness, it just like complements his kit really nicely. But let me just tell you guys, I posted a couple of Jhin videos on the Jhin main Reddit. Super cool Reddit, full of a bunch of really cool guys. And I came across talking to one guy. He's like a diamond Jhin player, super good, super nice guy. And he just kind of told me like, hey, I watched your video. And to be honest, like, there's no reason in most scenarios to rush rapid fire cannon second. Just because Jhin is so based off his crit and his damage in his 4-shot kit, that really what you want to do is spike his damage as much as possible. And so what I realized is going collector second and then IE third, it's a little bit tougher of a bypass. It definitely helps if you're getting a little bit more gold with your collector and you know you're a bit ahead, to be honest. But if you go that optimization with your build, I've just had so much more success pushing these mid games and actually just being able to fully carry them. So I don't know if anyone here has watched a few of my other videos, but when I would get really ahead on Jhin, I would kind of suffer in the mid game and lose a few team fights or have my teammates kind of giving up unnecessary deaths, and then all of a sudden these guys are getting really tanky and it was just becoming an absolute problem to be able to kill them. Well, after changing my build path and listening to this absolute beautiful Diamond Jhin on Reddit, I totally realized that yeah, it is absolutely optimal to go collector, well, Gale Force collector, and then IE. I cannot tell you guys how much better, how much smoother it runs, and just how much more damage you can do once you get your IE. Honestly, it's incredible. I've always kind of been hesitant to build IEs off the rip, just because it is really hard to get that bypass sometimes. You know, getting the BF sword can be an absolute nightmare, but I promise you guys, in almost every scenario now I play the game, playing Jhin, I find no other reason not to, unless the team is just absolutely insanely tanky. Then I find myself maybe going more Dom's third. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, Infinity Edge, you're gonna see it this game. Third item is just absolutely beautiful. You could even technically probably go Infinity Edge second item, but I feel like the collector helps you get that extra gold, and that makes it the more optimal build path. But yes, did want to shout out the Jhin mains Reddit for getting that tip and helping me become a better Jhin player. Because as you guys know, he's absolutely one of my top 3 favorite champions. His kit, I've always loved, you know, playing as a sniper in video games and stuff. And so just having that crit on the 4th shot, it's just, it feels so good. So always been a big fan of Jhin. So love hearing from people that are better than me and learning how to be a better player. So shout out once again to the Jhin mains Reddit. So at this point, probably could be very beneficial to do a 1-3-1 here, but to be honest, I am kind of just, kind of YouTube videoing it out, trying to get as many kills as possible. And so it still isn't too bad because I am holding down mid. But unfortunately, we don't have the team doing much of the heavy lifting on the side lanes as I would hope. We finally get the Sejuani to go top, but it's kind of a reactive play, unfortunately, which we could have made more of a proactive one. Luckily, we have a Teemo that knows what's up and gets bottom tier 2 for us, which we love, and that's absolutely phenomenal. So shout out Teemo. Aggressive, intense battle going up top, and they actually trade, which is honestly not the worst thing. We hate to see a KO scale, but at least she's not taking that one for us, so we'll take it. And Sejuani is an absolutely beautiful tank that really just thrives, middle to late game with her engages, so I'm not too upset about that. And then we were able to keep 3 over here in the mid lane. We're trying not to be too aggressive. Luckily, they don't have that much of an engage on this comp. So we're kind of just trying to bait them out, see if we can make them pay for being overly aggressive. And boom, there we go. They come out of their base just enough, trying to kill me and Pyke. And Echo sets up a wonderful gank, and we take out Caitlyn. So then a full battle erupts, but unfortunately the positioning is just all over the place. So I flash, say, sorry Teemo, wish there was more I could do for you, buddy, but he gets sent to the Shadow Realm. And then I have this Victor who has just been on my nuts all game. Tries to be overly aggressive, absolutely whiff on my ult shots there, but luckily I hit him with an E earlier. So we still get a kill assist on that. Shout out to 20. Beautiful engage there. My Gale Force is down, unfortunately, though. And as you can see, a Kayle with Lulu is no laughing matter, and she absolutely lights me up for about half of my health. And yeah, so I call it quits, and we're heading back to base.
And the stars pour in.
So here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for. The IE is purchased, and right now I will say you are at one of Jhin's highest power spikes in the game. So once you hit this 3-item combo, it is absolutely go time. You still fare pretty damn well in late game. You're still gonna do tons of damage. But man, oh man, is this power spike really nice on Jhin. So, with that being said, we head over to the Barons, test our luck. Pyke's already done a really good job sweeping vision, but then the blue ward comes in, and so luckily we're able to just actually bait out the Kha'Zix and call it a day for him, send him back to the fountain, and it looks pretty good from here, despite an Echo fail. The Baron's ours, and here we go. They just walk into an absolute field of pain. I kind of am just sitting there waiting for my moment to take out that Kayle, because as you guys saw just recently, she absolutely just demolished me. So we absolutely get shredded by her at the same time. Unfortunately, it's just kind of awkward altogether. But we're able to get the godlike and take out that Victor right after getting the Baron. So a little bit of a fail play by us, but we still are able to take the Baron off the map. So honestly, it's still like we come out ahead for it. And Dragon's up next. Hopefully we can res quick enough and get over to it without the Kha'Zix taking it. So yeah, all in all, not the best Baron play ever, but we still got it. So we'll take it. And then unfortunately Kha'Zix claims the Infernal from us. So we have to wait a little bit longer to drag it out to get Dragon Soul. But you know, at this point, we're still so ahead, doing a good job. My main focus at this point is trying to get the game over with, just because you never want to deal with a late game kill. It's honestly just absolutely terrifying. Luckily, this team comp has a lot of CC and just a lot of things to annoy the Kale. She obviously just had a triple kill in that last team fight, so I'm not saying it's perfect, but if we do play a fight correctly, we can kind of burst her without her being able to get her ult off and an echo stun or a pike stun, then you know she won't be as big of a problem for us. But you know, you can't always take those things for granted or expect it to happen, because Kales are nasty, and once it gets to late game, anything goes. So here we go. We get this kind of 1-3-1 thing going. I guess it's a 4-1, but I just know that with my IE purchase, it's go time. It's time to get these turrets down and get these in as quick as possible. So I see them all huddle up in middle, not getting much accomplished, so I take that as my chance to go ahead and take that top tier 2. And then right here, I'm just going to clean up as much XP from them as possible and just keep trying to get to that 4th item, Lord Doms. And yeah, just kind of had a little bit of a stalemate here, looking for a pick, looking for something decent to develop in the game. But yeah, it would be definitely nice in this game. One thing I've learned to start doing is just telling your mid, telling your top, like, it's time to, you know, start split pushing. You know, we're losing map control for practically no reason. You know, we're so ahead that as much as a jungle gank like this can work in our favor, and we do have decent pick potential, it just isn't as effective as, you know, of going and shoving your lane in and then forcing them to have to rotate through the jungle to clear out minions, and then the next thing you know, you set up the pick nicely. That's one of the things in gold is just people just start getting lazy and they stop wanting to do the hard work, you know, the Lord's work of pushing out these side lanes, because that really is the difference. I feel like in pushing through gold is other than having, you know, just decent enough mechanics, it's just outmaneuvering the other team. You know, you can put so much pressure, you know, just as one champion by hitting these side lanes, and you just don't see it enough in this elo. So it is definitely my bad not telling them on the all chat, but like I kind of said earlier, I'm in YouTube mode, to be honest. I'm out here trying to kill Hor a little bit, I can't even lie, so looking for my opportunity there. And yeah, here we go, shoving down the mid, we got Teemo pushing the side lane, and Echo's coming back from base, so we're kind of just holding out here till something sets up. And at the same time, do take note that bot wave is just sitting at a really awkward spot, and there definitely is possible more to be done if we do shove it. So, yep, just kind of in a stranglehold here, just trying to catch a pick, but they're just really sitting strong at base and making it very difficult to do so. But then, after all this stalling, we finally find ourselves with the enemy team trying to get a little bit too confident, and Echo hits a decent amount of damage. I hit this W, hit the nastiest blind fire ults. Lulu's just not the homie there, and then watch this. Boom. Beautiful stun, beautiful play by Echo, and you see the absolute power that this 3-item combo on Jhin provides. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Pentakill. Oh, thing of beauty. Don't mind that one shot that I actually put into the turret when trying to flash and kill the Caitlyn at the end. That never happened, so yeah, let's just play it off as such. And then we go ahead and purchase rapid fire cannon just in case for some reason we don't get this game over with here. But it's an absolute wrap. Teemo's gonna go ahead and finish off that Nexus. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. So if you liked the video and the Penta, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. With that, I'll see ya.